Absolutely. Well, the next map will be Daybreak. The players are piling into the lobby right now.
Yep.
And we're going to get going with that in just a moment here at the Jamshil Indoor Stadium. What a beautiful stage.
Oh, yeah. Looking pretty cool, man.
And a lot of fans here to check out some great StarCraft 2.
Yep.
Heart of the Swarm this afternoon.
Bunch up in the balcony, too. It's kind of neat. Daybreak LE. It is almost time. Both players looking pretty serious right now. Soulkey still one game away from elimination. SOS still one game away from making it to the finals of the WCS Season 1 Grand Finals here. The game is loading. It's time, guys. Let's get into Daybreak.
And here we go. It's the WCS Season 1 Finals. And here we have Soulkey, the red Zerg from Wongjin Stars, down 1-2 to this man, the blue Protoss, his teammate, SoS.
Indeed. Indeed, indeed. And we are going to see, it looks like, a not gateway opening from SOS. Going to be going for either that Nexus first or the Forge expand. And we'll see what Soulkey's got in mind as well. Kind of a crazy map to go into in this crucial game 4. I mean, one of the most classic maps, surely one of the maps that these two players have played against each other on more than probably any other one. Generally, it's like default now. If you're playing with a friend, it's like, hey, you know, let's practice this matchup. What map are you going to load up? It's going to be Daybreak.
Does allow for quite a few strategies.
Yeah, it's the classic.
An old favorite, and both of these players 4-1.
Yep.
So far on this map.
Yeah. I really do feel, I mean, I know some people are saying Daybreak is getting stale and everything, and it has been around for a very long time, but it really genuinely is the best StarCraft 2 map of all time. It's so good. We've seen so many amazing games on Daybreak.
Well,
I got to say, though, my favorite Daybreak game was MVP versus Top in one of the GSL finals last year, where we ended up with that mass ghost Thor drop into the main with tons of nukes. I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure some of you guys out there remember that. My favorite Daybreak game of all time. So crazy. But maybe we'll have another one just as crazy here today between Soulkey and SOS.
And it will be just that Forge expand from SOS this time.
Yep.
Playing it safe. And I'm curious whether SOS is going to switch up his strategy a little bit. Soulkey fell to those Void Rays twice so far.
Yeah.
But really looked like he had a convincing counter,
you know,
in the third map.
I feel like if you're SOS, maybe you do it one more time, because you're still, you know, one game away from winning the entire match, one game away from moving on. So, you know, one more time may not be bad, but then if you do go to that final game, then yeah, we're probably going to see some deviation here. But, you know, again, I mean, Daybreak is a map where you can do whatever you want. And he still is totally free to open Stargate, too. I mean, you can literally go into nearly anything out of Stargate right now. So just the value of getting that early Phoenix out and getting that early Void Ray out, I feel like is way too good to pass up getting that Stargate.
All right, well, another quick third when he sees the Forge. So Soulkey going for that big economy, it really helped him out that last game, just getting a huge number of air units.
Yeah, against the Forge Expand, the 3 hatch before gas is still going to be your economically best option as Zerg. So we still do see, you know, most Zergs going for that, especially on these smaller maps where you can scout things out a little bit earlier. What will be attached to that pylon? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, we have seen SOS start twice tonight with those Stargates, once with that Dark Shrine. So he has mixed it up a little bit so far.
And he just made something, but we have the APM tab up, so I can't see what it is. I'm going to guess it's Stargate. Dostradamus making my prediction here. We'll see.
I think that's probably...
It is. Oh, what a shock. Yeah.
Pretty accurate. So
Yeah,
SOS just playing it standard, playing it safe. Soulkey knows what's up. He's got that Overlord.
Stargates are just way too good to pass up right now. Way, way too good. You have 3 very good options, too, to bring out of a Stargate initially. I mean, Oracle, Phoenix, and Void Ray, all 3 of those useful units in different ways in the early game in PvZ. So you just can't go wrong.
And there we go. Stargate will finish, and the verdict is a Phoenix once again for SOS.
It's definitely the most common.
So Phoenix and then Void Ray is what we've been seeing from him so far.
You ever notice there's a biodome on this map?
Oh, there
is. Little biodome.
Oh, yeah.
Pauly Shore's in there waving at us. He's like, help, I'm trapped in the space station.
Yeah, he can stay there.
Hey, man, Encino Man was a great movie. I will stand by that. Samwise Gamgee was great in that. So the Phoenix is clearing out some of the Overlords, going for that Void Ray next, and we've seen him go into a lot of quick thirds out of it. Again, just kind of a safe way to play it. So SOS obviously really confident in this style against his teammate Soulkey. Soulkey going for that standard ZVP, getting the Roach Warren, getting those gases. And I didn't notice if we saw any Evo chambers go down or not, but wouldn't be surprised to have those in the works as well soon anyway.
And Phoenix is just clearing out Overlords right now, or the only Phoenix, rather, and the Void Ray massing.
It's a single Phoenix, it's not a Phenai.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Void Ray's coming out again. There we go. Mothership Core down on the map right now.
Yeah.
As he takes his third, so SOS getting another uncontested, relatively quick third base here.
You know, this would be another good map for him to do what he did in Game 1, move in a lot of Void Rays and then recall them out after killing an important base. I mean, especially if you think about going for the third, and there's 2 more Stargates, so we could very well see something similar to that.
And that was very exciting in Game 1. Managing to snipe that Hive while it was morphing in the main was so critical.
Yeah, being able to go and clear out all the Overlords too makes it very, very tough for Soulkey to spot. But, I mean, you've got to be ready for it. And Soulkey, yeah, seeing the airplay again and just taking that 4th base, really trying to just take advantage of the fact that a lot of times Protoss can't really stop you from expanding quickly if they go for that heavy airplay early on.
Absolutely. Soulkey continuing to lose Overlords, has been supply blocked just a little bit this game so far, so that may slow down his build just a hair.
And Spire and Infestation Pit going up for Soulkey. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of good options for him there. Obviously, the fungal growth is going to be good against Bio if he can get it all clumped up, but the ability to just save up and then make a large group of Mutalisks, too, is something that you can use to catch your Protoss opponent off guard with every once in a while. And, you know, if you go for the Mutas or the Corruptors early on, sometimes you can catch them before the Void Ray count gets a little bit too overwhelming, but the Spore Crawler getting focused down.
And it will be canceled, and look at this, Soulkey trying to deny some of these gases right now, trying to slow down his opponent, so SOS doesn't get much there, just gets the cancel, but you can see how concerned he is with Soulkey's ability to tech up into the late game.
Oh, and this is a bit of a change of pace. We actually have Swarm Host play on the way from Soulkey, getting that Enduring Locust upgrade.
Now, we've seen this Swarm Host Corruptor play against Protoss Air in the past.
Yeah. I'm not totally sold on it yet, and I think a lot of Zerg players will tell you that as well. I mean, we had a long conversation with TLO yesterday on the other stream about Swarm Host in general, and the fact is if you go for Swarm Host, you're kind of pigeonholed to a certain extent into a style that involves a lot of Swarm Hosts. It's not the type of unit where you can just get a few, but look at this, 15 Mutalisks on the way, and the idea here is to keep Soulkey in his base until the Swarm Host count gets high enough. Will he be able to surprise him? This is actually a little bit dangerous for SOS being so far out with those Void Rays with the Mutas on the way.
Now he does have the Mothership Core with him, so he can recall, and he's coming in trying to get that snipe again. The Mutas are out, however. He's going to focus down that Spore Crawler first.
He's going to focus down that Mothership Core versus what Soulkey's going to do. There's the immediate recall, yeah. Needed to get out of there. One Void Ray, though, not quite in position.
But the Templar Archives on the way. SOS completing that, and again the charge as well.
Man, Soulkey's great. Double expanding right now off of that as well. Yeah, he's going to want to have those Tempests, definitely. I mean, the Tempests, too, are a really, really useful thing in terms of taking out those Swarm Hosts from range. Now, Zerg is going to want Overseers and Corruptors for that, and that's what we're seeing Soulkey go for. If you can snipe the Observers, then there's really not a lot Protoss can do against the Swarm host. What are they going to do? Build cannons on top of your creep? Probably not. So it's all about controlling that vision right now once we get into the Swarm host Corruptor composition.
That said, the Tempest range really helps them dig out the Swarm hosts if they can see them from those hard points.
Yeah.
So
if they can see them.
It's all about that vision war coming in right now. Corruptors and Mutas getting masked once again.
Yep, and he's got a nice lead on this too. And I mean, you're really seeing the struggles that Protoss have sometime against Zergs that go for that really quick fourth, against air they go for that fast fifth and sixth. I mean, Soulkey is going to need to really be careful about defending against the Zealot aggression that's going to come out, but
and there we go again. Phoenix range going to be the decision from SoS, and he's going for that fourth base.
Yeah, he needs that fourth. He needs to be able to keep up economically with Soulkey. You cannot sit on 3 bases against a 6 base Zerg. You need to do something, whether it's attacking, trying to deny bases, or just taking a base yourself. And taking a base yourself with this style is definitely going to be the safer route to go.
And look at that. It looks like he canceled, actually, the Enduring Locusts earlier, but is now deciding
I guess so, yeah.
to pick it up again as he moves into Swarm Hosts. So Soulkey thinking he needed to get that big air army out first. Got to be careful.
Well, I think Soulkey as well needing that fungal growth upgrade as well, making sure he had enough energy on those infestors.
Gets a fungal up right there, and the Mutalisk coming in. They're getting clumped up in attack, but he doesn't quite snipe the Archon right there.
Yep. I guess it's not technically a fungal growth upgrade, but let's be honest, that's what it's for. It's so you can fungal when they come out.
That's right.
It's like Kadarin Amulet for Zerg.
Oh, I remember that upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. But Kadarin Amulet, man, that was broken. But and this Ling run by, not going to do a lot at the natural. Will it be more successful at the third? Not quite.
Nope, it'll get stuffed there as well. Some Zealots getting warped in just in case, but a lot of cannons at the third as well. So here we go, the fourth nearly up for SoS. And he's doing a better job of controlling the map this time around, but Soulkey getting more and more Swarm hosts.
You know, a lot of this too, and I think Soulkey's going to be okay with this base going down. He's not going to try too hard to defend it at this point, but I don't think he needs to even worry about it. He's not going to be able to, he's not going to lose it.
Oh, here we go. The Phoenix is just getting a few shots from the edges, but he does manage to keep it up.
Yeah.
The Zealots have to run away.
Now, the real kind of key here for Soulkey is that there's going to be a point where he's going to have a high enough Swarm host count where he can start to really put a ton of pressure on that fourth base of SoS, and that's why Swarm hosts are particularly good on this map, because you can actually use that sort of short distance to pressure.
And there we go, Swarm hosts. There aren't that many of them out, so he will lose that base. There are only 4 or 5 Swarm hosts right now. You really need them in greater numbers. This is something we were talking to TLO about.
They'll soon be back and in greater numbers.
That's right. You know, you really need quite a few more if you're actually going to do damage. If you're going to hold a position.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of waiting to see if Soulkey's going to break down those rocks in the middle, because if you have that path opened up, yeah, you're a little bit vulnerable. You can also start to send the Locusts through that and get to the fourth very quickly.
Oh, and these Phoenixes engaging pretty heavily right now, skating around the Mutaflock.
Oh, this is not good for Soulkey. He is so trapped
between the cannons and the Phoenixes. He lost a lot of his Air Force right there.
Yeah. Trapped between a cannon and an Anion Pulse Crystal place. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue as much, does it?
Well, more Swarm hosts being added in right now as the Muta count decreases.
It really is dwindling here. A lot of Zealots at this base. Storm trying to zone out those Locusts. Can SoS do it?
And look at that, a big, big series of fungal growths, but the Locusts continue to power on through. The Void Rays are gonna get picked off. And SoS has to be careful. His supply is dropping. Soulkey remaxing quite easily.
Wow, SoS just lost basically his entire army. All he has left is 3 Phoenixes and 9 High Templar, and a handful of Zealots as well. I mean, that is it. That is not an army, and now Soulkey knows he can just move ahead. He can really put a lot of hurt onto that fourth base of SoS with his Swarm hosts.
Well, here we go. Locusts on the march right to the fourth base. SoS trying to take that fifth as well, up at the 10 o'clock position.
Yeah. Oh,
manages to snag himself.
The Phoenixes are like, we're going to save you from the Zealots, and the Infestor thanked them until the other Phoenixes came in.
And these Corruptors just taking down the Phoenixes one by one. It doesn't look like SOS is going to be able to hold this base.
Yeah, I really doubt it. Nice fungal on all those Zealots and the High Templar. Oh man, one more round of Swarmos. He's going to continue to fungal. This is disaster for SOS.
And here we go, another round of Locusts are up right now. He's got a lot of Templar, but is it going to be enough? The Zerglings just harrying the Protoss units right now. Here come the infested Terrans over the top onto the fourth.
Yeah, no way SOS can hold this fourth base, and I think with this goes the game. Soulkey bringing it back. We're going to go to a game 5. What is it with these guys, man? I mean, yeah, they're teammates, but Soulkey specifically, the comeback king, can he do it again? He's going to give himself a chance.
Swarmos get burrowed as he continues to pick away at the bases of SOS. SOS has been able to close that supply gap just a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what SOS has been afraid of. This is what he was talking to us about that made him nervous, is that Soulkey just too solid, the tricks not working in that long best of format. And SOS about to go down. Another game to Soulkey.
And here we go, more infested Terrans. They do get stormed. He's managed to clean up a lot of the Locusts as well with that Psy Storm. A couple Archons still up, but the next wave of Locusts has arrived.
Yeah, no, SOS did get his fourth base going up at the top, so he's got some money, but I don't think there's going to be any dislodging Soulkey from here.
No, it certainly doesn't seem that way.
Yeah.
SOS down about 80 supply at the moment. Not able to hold the front of his base. The Locusts slowly tearing apart.
Oh, 3 Overseers along with these Corruptors too. He noticed an Observer, so he's going to kill that. Yeah, more reinforcements coming in. SOS, man, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you can hold this. I really doubt it.
And there we go. The Nexus goes down at the natural as well.
Yeah, corrupting the Robo too to again, reduce the amount of protection that SOS has. That's the thing, he's just never going to be able to see these Swarmos and kill him.
There he goes, the next round of Locusts. Straight on in, piling in to kill those cannons.
Yep, army coming from the back. It is a little bit scary here, but does SOS have enough? Storms on those Swarm hosts.
But even so, the Locusts just dealing tons of damage to the Zealots.
Again, just no detection too. That's the thing, is the Zealots can stand there all day. They're never going to be able to hit the Swarm hosts.
Waiting for the Locusts, and the Locusts.
Yep. Oh, now he does have vision. He has vision.
Yeah, but it's a little too late.
Yeah.
And again, Soulkey still up
GG.
by 80 supply. SOS will call the GG, and we have a tie game and our first Game 5 here at the WCS Season Finals.
Oh man, guys, this is what we've been waiting for all weekend long. We finally have a Game 5. It's not one-sided, and no surprise there to see these two go to a Game 5. Soulkey looking much more confident now than he was, and I think he should feel a lot more comfortable too. SOS really looked like he was struggling a lot to handle what Soulkey was doing in Games 3 and 4.
Well, yeah, I mean, Soulkey, though, he's a lot like a Swarm host. He's only happy when he's in a hole.
I guess so, yeah. He's like, now I can crawl back out and it feels so good.